Graffiti. It always had been with us since the beginning of time when people was writing on walls and caves and on stones, writing symbols and drawings, and then later on writing on walls. People are expressing themselves, telling their story, their environment, and how they feel deep down from the souls. The Egyptians even had their style of writing called hieroglyphics. They became geniuses for this form of writing. But let us fast forward as they created their culture to 1970s. The 1970s was the time of the gangs. A lot of crime was on the street. It was rough. Violence was everywhere. But back then it was all about respect, being known. And the gangs wanted to be known for their gang name. So they wrote and had it sold on their jackets. And then they expressed themselves later on the concrete walls in the neighborhoods. The gang names was super important. Your name was real important. But this dude right here, the graffiti artist Cornbread, he got a form of graffiti called tagging. With no fancy letters is writing his name. One day he became famous, folks, when he wrote his name on the side of an elephant at the Philadelphia Zoo. Real rap. Crazy, ain't it? But that's the limits that the graffiti writer will go to. It wouldn't be long before New York would adopt this form of tagging and start to evolve into the fancy letters. Then it evolved into your bubble letters. Then it evolved into the fades, and so on and so on. Then it was unlimited to the imagination. By this time, it was done on trains because they was large canvases for graffiti artists. And then it was seen everywhere while you driving, looking up on bridges and tunnels. This form of graffiti was called the heaven spots. Cities all over, especially New York, they called this a crime. But just imagine if the young kids had a place to put their talent, people that believed in them. Many of these graffiti artists, they did become famous and get recognition in society with real jobs. But most of them just memories for the masses. Young artists with talent, with tons of talent, a hobby that showed beautiful art. And then later on, they was put into art galleries, as you see right here. And they was started slowly being appreciated around the world for their talent. You have a couple female graffiti artists as well. That's the females contribute a lot to the graffiti culture. The somehow greatest MCs in hip hop was graffiti artists. Fab Five Freddy, Grandmaster Caz, KRS One with Scott LaRock in the background. K Slay, rest in peace, K Slay. MF Doom, Master Ace. And also I do Fabulous, Most Def, Onyx, and the Hieroglyphics. And the one thing that the graffiti world culture had did to the world that gave us was the murals programs that was put into the cities like Philadelphia, who created the Murals Philadelphia program, the painting program that painted murals throughout the city on walls and in the back of buildings. Gave a chance to show young graffiti artists teaming up with the youngsters, the future, to make our neighborhoods look beautiful with beautiful artwork. And how does it all connect to hip hop? The hip hop culture is all about expression, creativity, all about being cool, which is the true, real definition, believe it or not, of just being yourself. You need to check out this documentary called Star Wars. Star Wars is where I got a lot of my information from. It's the first hip hop documentary. I think it came out like in 1983. This is some footage from Star Wars, a really good documentary. But I hope you like my documentary, The Four Elements. And I'd like to see you next time in the next installment of DJing. Peace.